Templates help teams create new Hyvä CMS pages faster by starting from reusable page structures. Snippets give teams a way to save and reuse smaller sections of content inside Hyvä CMS. In this demo, we'll start by saving a full page as a template. Then we'll save a smaller bundle section as a snippet and reuse it. This is the Solstice page from a previous Hyvä CMS walkthrough. It already has a useful campaign structure with a hero section, content sections, product highlights, and calls to action. And to save this layout as a template, we'll go to the toolbar, and from here, we'll choose Templates and Save as Template. So first, we'll give the template a clear name. Next, we can choose what this template is for. So in this case, we'll choose Page because we want to reuse this as a starting point for new campaign pages. Hyvä CMS also captures a preview image from the current content, which makes it easier to recognize the template visually when you come back to it later. You do also have the option to upload a screenshot. Cancel, of course, closes the pop-up without saving the template. Save stores the template and closes the pop-up. Edit opens it in a dedicated template editor where we can continue editing the reusable version itself. And this Solstice page layout has now been saved as a template. Next, let's use it to create a new page. So when creating a new page with Hyvä CMS, we can choose whether to start from scratch or use a template. Because we saved the Solstice layout as a page template, it's now available here. And from here, we can browse the available templates, check the preview images, and choose the template we want to use. We can also preview the template before adding it. We can edit the template if we need to change the reusable version, or we can load the template into the content we're currently working on. There are two ways to load a template. The first option adds it beneath existing content. The second option copies it to the clipboard. This is useful if you want to paste the template into a specific place on your page. For this example, we're going to load the full template into a new page. As you can see here, the Solstice campaign structure has now been added to the page and is ready to edit just like any other Hyvä CMS content. We can update the page for a new campaign. We might change the page title, update the hero copy, replace images, adjust featured products, and update the calls to action. But the nice part is that the structure is already there. The team can start from a proven layout instead of starting from an empty page. This makes campaign creation faster, keeps layouts more consistent, and reduces repetitive content work. Now let's look at snippets. Where templates are useful for saving full layouts, snippets are useful for saving the smaller pieces you want to use again and again. Here, we're back inside the Hyvä CMS Live View Editor. This page already contains a bundle section that would be useful on other parts of the store. It combines a content card with a product slider inside a grid layout, with equal spacing above and below. Rather than rebuilding that same grid, card and product slider every time, we can save the whole section as a snippet. And to do that, we'll use the tick box icon to switch into selection mode. Now we can select the components that make up the section. Once the right components are selected, we can choose Save as Snippet from the toolbar. First, we'll give the snippet a clear name. For example, Bundle section with product slider. This makes it much easier to find later, especially once your team has built up a library of reusable snippets. We can also choose whether this snippet is private. If it's private, only you can see it. If it's not, others can also reuse it, which is useful for approved content patterns that your wider team should be able to access. Next, we can choose the preview thumbnail. We can use an icon, upload an image, or capture a preview from the selected content. For this example, I'll use Capture because it gives a visual preview of the bundle section itself. This bundle section is now available to reuse in Hyvä CMS. So let's go do that. Here we're editing another landing page in the Hyvä CMS Live View Editor. Heading to the Add menu, we see the usual component favourites first, but we can also switch to the Snippets tab. This shows saved snippets with visual previews, so we can quickly recognise the section we want to reuse. If we want to see the full snippet library, we can choose Browse All Snippets. For this example, we'll select the Saved Bundle section snippet. We can insert it into the bottom of the current content or copy it to the clipboard and then head to the component list and paste it exactly where we want it. The snippet is now added to the page and ready to edit like any other Hyvä CMS content. This means the layout stays consistent, but the content can still be tailored for this page. We could update the heading, change the card text, swap the image, adjust the button, or choose a different set of products for the slider. So the team gets a faster starting point without every page needing to be identical. The result is a faster, more consistent way to create repeatable content. That was a quick look at Hyvä CMS templates and snippets. If you have any questions, please do come and ask us in the Hyvä community Slack. And if you want to explore more features, you can watch the other videos in this series for a closer look at what's included in Hyvä Commerce and Hyvä Enterprise.